to do right here with Genny Hathor if he picks that one.
Well,
so we are off right here with the pick and ban phase. Zhujik against Sinshei, two German super strong players. We have the Fran and the Amelia, the Bolverk pre-ban. That is very interesting. They know about each other. They love to pick these monsters and just take it away. If you take them away, do you have a well-rounded draft to go with the rest of them? We have Sinshei first pick with the Ciara.
Yeah, what a pick this Ciara has been. With the artifacts introduced into the game, the oracles have gotten very, very much so stronger, and Ciara was already a meta pick, and this has boosted her up to like the top of the meta, the S tier, and let's see what Zhujik chooses to respond with. He cannot pair that Vanessa up with a friend, so we're not going to be seeing the generic response. He's going for the Vanessa Genny, once again opting out of his generic playstyle, at least in those first two picks.
Yeah, in the first two picks, he shows the Ganymede again. He's still able to pair it up with the Hathor, and if he pairs it up with the Savannah again, just like last week, is this Savannah going to be faster than the Ganymede now? That is something that is very crucial and was not a good factor in the previous fight. There's a very early molly right here. I don't really like a very early molly because it's still able to pair it up with to counter it with very strong picks, like the Molong maybe that he's loving to pick, like something that is very good burst damage, because Molly is just super strong if there is a little bit of tickling on both sides, but if there is a big burst, she is just not that good. And I'm very curious what these two picks are. Zhujik goes for a very safe Artemil and the Elenoa. It is LD power.
Yeah, it is LD power, but there is a little bit more tickling coming in from Zhujik's side, as you said, and not so much damage being shown. And this Molly pick is looking a lot better right now, seeing those two picks. And Sinshei is responding with a Dover, maybe. That is an interesting pick. We've seen it in other regions, but it's going to be his first showing in Europe if this gets locked in. But a great pick against the low damage and the Artemiel.
Yeah, and there's no immunity on the side of Zhujik, so the Belanus is also a very good decision right here. This Elenoa looks like it's not that good of a draft right here. Elenoa paired up with Ganymede would be very good with the Hathor, but now if you pick the Hathor, there is just going to be a ban on the Hathor, and there's not that much of pressure on your side anymore. You want to go into late game with the Artemil, but then is there going to be a late game with Belanus and Dover without your protection from the Fran? There's a beta. I think beta is a ban on the side of Sinshei, and that's a very quick ban just with the Dover.
Yeah, I think Sinshei was just like, whatever is the sixth pick, I'm just gonna ban it, and he's opting to go for the attack lead. We've seen this strategy a couple of times in the past as well. They're not choosing to go with their speed leads, and they're letting their opponents take their turns and then wreaking havoc once those immunity buffs are gone.
Yeah, they are going to wreak havoc because this Belanus has so little speed, but so much pressure. Is this even ruined with a speed slot too, or is this just full out attack crit damage attack with HP in the side? So there's a reset on the Molly. It just doesn't do that much. There's no monster going in first. This looks like a win on the side of Sinshei right off the bat, but there's still Summoner's War. So much can happen.
Yeah, but this Molly will be crazy, and indeed the Belanus is gonna be packing hopefully a lot of damage because he was so slow, but he has a very, very, very frail team in front of him. Without immunity, he's gonna be doing a lot of work. It's not frail, like don't get me wrong, Artemiel is like very, very strong. We know that he's gonna have a lot of defense, but he's not gonna be able to do anything against the defense break and the dots.
It is 3 defense breaks. No, 2 defense breaks, but they are the big ones, and there's no third skill on the side of Genny anymore. That would have been maybe big, but there's the Water Monkey King having the third skill up, there's the Belanus having the second skill up. There's just so much damage coming up in this round of turns. There's one missed crit, and that was big, but there's the Sierra proc, and this Vanessa is bye-bye.
That Vanessa and the Elenoa is bye-bye. I love doing that. I love killing the Vanessa and also the unit that she was about to revive at the same time. That's huge. And right now it's 4v2 from Sinshei's side, and we did not like the draft that Zhujik brought to this table, and it's showing in how the game is playing out. Right now it's impossible to out-damage that Molly heals from Zhujik's side, so I think the good thing is this Artemil is going to survive a little bit until the Sierra gets her bombs up, so Zhujik has quite a lot of time to think about the next play. next game. He's gonna be still magicking right now. All the attack bars are down. He's gaining himself like 5-6 more seconds of this match, but he's playing
Zhujik,
very quickly. Yeah.
Please just go back to your regular playstyle. This is just not working for you. You had previous week we had the Harmonia just not doing Chiwu things, because Chiwu would have been so good in there. And right here we just have a pick and ban that looks quite awkward. It just doesn't make that much sense together. And I know it was said by MakeItBot, maybe I'm just talking to Zhujik right here. I know that MakeItBot said, and very nicely said, that Molong is very hard to draft into SWC because people just pick a Genny Hathor and make sure that you don't get a lot of turns. But this is just not your appropriate response to that. This draft right here, it's not doing very good, and last week's draft also wasn't that good. Maybe we can see a debate though, because last week's debate, it looked very cool.
Oh, yeah, that was hype.
That was so hype, and the Tesarion from Ismu just got so many turns, and that was the reason that debate didn't work. But this composition, no.
Absolutely. I mean, Ulti, as DGP was saying there as well, you know, why would you come into this preliminaries and both weeks, both last week and this week as well, change up your play style like Zhujik has? Like, why would you do that?
I mean, DGP is right. Molong is really hard to draft, but that is your playstyle, so you have to think about your pre-ban, you have to think about what post-bans you can make, maybe pre-ban the Hathor, and then the next game pre-ban the Genny, and just force that Molong in, because this is clearly not your playstyle, and once you are getting out of your comfort zone, it's getting harder to pick and ban, and it's shown in Zhujik's picks and bans. He just pretty much lost the game right off the bat.
And may I add right here, as a player that did SWCs, there is a 30-second cooldown. There's a 30-second timer on your board, but 30 seconds in SWC, it is only 10 seconds or something. Your brain is just doing so much thinking and so much doing random stuff. You need your 30 seconds, and you need to have your composition drawn right on the board, on your notepad, whatever. You can't have these 30 seconds to think about new things because it is just not long enough. And right here, this composition, let's hope that Zhujik came prepared for another composition. And what we're gonna see is a Chiwu pre-ban on the side of Sinshei, Vanessa ban on the side of Zhujik. Zhujik is gonna get the first pick, so probably going for the speed lead Sierra, because the other two speed leads are gone.
Yeah, I want to see Sierra, and it won't be responded by Vanessa, but picking up the friend, making the Sierra pick a little worse from Sinshei, and what?
Whoa.
What? I thought he was
this?
just flexing with those picks, but he goes in and locks in Pontos and Tableau. Sinshei is playing for the audience right now.
He is definitely playing for the audience, but is this the moment to play for the audience? Tableau and the Pontos, wow.
He's 1-0 up, you know, he has a game that he can lose. So I think this is a moment to play for the audience.
Is this going to be a game where they're just showing off, doing some highlighting stuff, making sure that people who make videos about this tournament can say the brutal power of...
Oh my god, what's happening right now? I can't believe.
The brutal power of Tableau, the brutal power of Lucian. Well, there is another Lucian on the board, and as someone who hates Lucian in normal gameplay, Lucian right here, it looks pretty cool.
What's happening? This is a crazy team actually. I love this because you cannot ban either the Lucian or the Katarina, and you have to let it through, and Katarina will get the invincibility buff, and if the Pontos manages to outspeed the rest of the team from Zhujik, this is gonna be crazy. But we know how strong Leo is against Tableau. There's a really weird interaction going in between the two of them, which you're gonna be seeing shortly. And this is crazy. I can't wait to see what's happening.
Yeah, I can't wait as well. Is this Pontos packed with will? The Leo is just a very good pick into Tableau. A very, very strong pick. And we're gonna see, just as Ulti said, how that situation is going to go with Leo and Tableau. But there's a lot of monsters moving first. Whoa, this is a Lucian. Is he going down?
That Lucian is indeed going down, and it's gonna be all up to Katarina to do the damage right now. But I'm not sure if like these It has to hit
This
the
is
3
RNG.
units. Yeah,
This is RNG.
You don't want to see that though. Oh, you do get down the Etna, but you don't get down the Cement. I would love to see a proc here into a Cement skill, but most likely we won't be seeing that.
But there's still Tableau doing his turns. I think second skill is a good decision right here. Is this Leo going to be able to take down this Katarina? Because this Katarina is going to move pretty soon. And is this Katarina going to be able to kill off this Pisama right here?
That is a pretty tanky Katarina. She took that 6k hit pretty well. And that Cement doesn't have his first life. So Katarina is going to be able to proc into her second skill right now. And we can see a huge nuke on the Leo. It's not that huge without the attack buff, but if she manages to cycle back to the third skill, maybe, but it's looking pretty dicey for Sinshei.
It's looking very dicey. That is a nice pun you have right there. And Leo just showed that it's a very good draft in this situation. I think I saw Vampire Runes on this Leo, making it very hard on the side of Sinshei to take down this Leo. But the draft that he brought, it was meh, but it was so much fun to look at this in SWC right here. So props to Sinshei, but I'm not sure.
I think it was a great, well thought out draft. It's similar to the draft that we saw from Buruburu in the Japanese Cup, if you saw that with the Dark Lightning Emperor and the Katarina. Very similar strategy, but Zhujik maybe knew about this draft and he came prepared with that Leo. Leo is a pretty strong pick currently against all these V Strider, and it was amazing against the comp coming in from Sinshei.
Yeah, Leo was, he knows, he has a Tableau himself as well. He knows how this interaction works, and it's very, very well done that he picked the Leo right here. And I can't remember what the last pick was on the side of Zhujik. Maybe he should have banned, oh wait, it was a Triton. That Triton would have been big as well. That was very, very well done by Zhujik.
Do you know what? We may be all over the world right now in our virtual studio as we're not together because of what's happening in the world, but Sinshei being at home where he is as well, at least he is here to entertain you guys at home. That's the main thing. We're here just to have fun. I mean, obviously this is a major competition, but still, we're having fun. And that's the main thing. I mean, Ulti, Sinshei there picking an extraordinary draft. I mean, it was one for the fans for sure.
Yeah, it's like, I've never seen a draft like that before. I didn't even know that he had a Pontos. Pontos is not a very highly utilized unit in the current meta, but we saw him pair it up with the Katarina for the huge third skill nuke. It was a very entertaining draft, but sadly the Lucian didn't even get to move. Like, things could have been very differently if that Lucian were to move faster. But that Leo pick, the interaction we're talking about is that Leo cannot, once the Tableau uses third skill, Leo moves again and makes things very awkward for you. And we're going to be heading out into the third and the deciding game between these two German players.
All right, here we go. We have the match point for both of these players. That was a very, very weird draft, and I loved it so much. Can we get a meme of, are you not entertained? These two players are definitely entertaining. They are entertainment. There is Bolverk pre-ban, there's Fran pre-ban. I think that was the same as the first round of pre-bans. We have the first pick on the side of Sinshei again. Is this going to be Sierra? Yeah, it's going to be Sierra and the Vanessa, and not a Fran, a Ganymede maybe? He has to shift things around. The last pick and ban phase on the Zhujik side, the first game was not that good. Vanessa still, it could be a very good one, but he goes for the Molong and he goes for the Arda.
Finally, he goes for the Arda and the Molong, and this Arda is looking a little bit weird because Sierra is gonna be very strong against him, but I love seeing his regular playstyle, you know, what he's used to and what he has climbed the ladder with, and I'm very happy for this. But Sinshei is showing up another interesting unit here, that is the Water Druid Abilio. I like that against Molong because his third skill is a big counter on Molong, but Molly once again early in the draft, and this time looking much weaker.
Much weaker indeed, because the Molong just has a very strong third skill against this Molly, but the rest of the composition that you usually draft around Molong is, on the other hand, very bad against Molly. We have the debate again.
Oh my god, I'm sorry guys if that hurt you if you are on the headphones, but I'm so hyped for this Dark Anubis, as I know DGP is as well, because he's a big fan of it.
Yes, the Bay is so much fun to play with, and it is so much fun to watch, because That third skill just hits a lot, does a lot of damage, and it sets up branding. Maybe branding with the Molong could be very big. There is a Jaeger and the Vigor response on Sinshei. Sinshei doesn't mess around. It's going late for him. If it's going late into the game, these monsters are so strong. And there's Savannah picked up and banned very quickly. This match is going to be big. The match point on 2 of these players. What is the third game going to look like? First kill, first turn is going to go probably to Sinshei.
Yeah, I think it's going to be going to the Sinshei as well, and we're going to be seeing who will be fighting Vilipiti in the next round. We see a Shred coming in on the Artamiel. That's a big defense break, lowering his damage output by quite a lot, and a proc into the S2, I would like to see. Yeah, giving the speed up to his whole team.
S2, is this enough to kill down this Artamiel before the Harmonia goes? Because the Harmonia is just going to either do second skill or do third skill. And there's the branding on Vigor and on Abilio. Sierra moving now on a bit of a weird situation because of Harmonia. Probably not putting on Artamiel because Harmonia can only cleanse just one. And this is a very good decision on his side not to detonate. This is Artamiel on defense break. That is big. There's no damage right here on Artamiel.
Yeah, Harmonia makes you, puts you in these weird situations where you don't want to deal a ton of damage to your enemy unless you're guaranteeing a kill, and we've seen a very great play coming in from Sinshei, choosing to bomb one unit and leave the defense break on the other and making a Harmonia into a tough decision. I think from this point on, this match is gonna drag out a little bit, but I might be wrong. Seeing this reckless assault, a huge one, but
close. I was waiting for this one. Is this Abilio going to get a turn?
Woo!
Wow, and it is the Bay power.
Wow,
the
Bay
finishing off.
This is why I'm so
brand.
excited about this pick, because it's the second skill hits a lot, heals up your team. This is looking crazy, and we're seeing the Bay action in SWC 2020. I did not think that I was going to be saying that last week.
Yeah, I did not see that, think that as well. What we see right here is this Sierra going to be able, because it's not over yet. It is definitely not over yet. This Sierra can do so much cycling and so much bombing if she doesn't get stunned. That was a huge stun. Is this enough with second skill? No, he doesn't go for it. He knows how much damage he's packed with Abilio. It wouldn't have been enough on the Artamiel. He goes for the stun. He didn't get the stun. He gets the Harmonia resistance and Harmonia proc.
A big proc coming in from Harmonia, making things a lot harder for Sinshei, because suddenly Zhujik's team is back up to full, and Sierra indeed can make a lot of plays, but these are very tanky units coming in from Zhujik's side, and it's going to be very, very hard to kill all of them, especially when you have the Harmonia support coming in.
Oh, the Bay getting a turn again. And bear in mind, the Bay only skills with HP with a second and a third skill. The first skill goes with attack again as well, but the second and the third skill do not that much damage when you go later into the game. When the HP goes down, attack goes up, but Sierra goes better and stronger every single time that the HP goes down. So this Sierra, is he going to be able to cycle enough? And this Bay is packed on a big crit damage set, because he does get a lot of damage from this Sierra.
Yeah, but we see the shield on the Debay and 2 branding on both units of Sinshei, and we're going to be seeing a big nuke from Artamiel. No, he chooses to heal the Debay. We're not going to be seeing a big nuke coming in from the Harmonia.
This Harmonia.
Yeah, this Harmonia is like, I got this, guys, you know, don't worry. Yeah. She has this under her belt, and it's Harmonia. Yeah, Sinshei must be hating this unit right now.
Yeah, he must definitely be hating this unit. And whereas Harmonia didn't show up last week, she did show up, but not in a good position. Right here, we see so much procs on this Harmonia and doing so much work. In this composition, Harmonia is just super strong. And we are going to see a lot of damage on this Sierra going right now, because this Molly is holding the hands of his components, his allies, and it is doing a lot of work. This Sierra has the bomb up. Is he going to be able to land it? He lands it. The detonation. This is Molong off the bat.
Yeah, that's big,
going
because
down.
As you said, Debay is getting weaker and weaker as the game goes on, because he scales on that HP, and Sierra is getting stronger and stronger, and paired up with 2 support units, suddenly I feel like the Sierra, if she has enough accuracy and if she chooses not to derp much, she can actually carry out this game.
Yeah, she can actually carry out this game. And this Artemio is going to need quite some despair stunts. There's one to be able to finish this off. There is going to have to be so much damage on the side of Sierra because this Molly just does a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that's a big sleep on the Sierra, and Molly is not able to... no, she will be able to heal the Abilio. Oh my god, that's a huge heal coming in from Molly. I can't believe how strong this unit is.
Yeah, Molly in this game is just super strong. And Abilio's passive got procced right here because that Harmonia pushed back the HP of Sierra far enough. And suddenly this Artemio is looking like not that strong anymore. Sierra has bomb up next turn, and next turn there's no immunity on the side of Artemio again. So I love this draft on the side of Zhujik. He played his playstyle. He put up a very strong fight with the Bey going in on the nuke with the Vigor. Very strong play, but it is unfortunately not enough. Sierra blows up the bomb and blows up the chances of Zhujik going into the next round. Sinshei is going to fight Philippidi, his guildie.
Gentlemen, the Bey was out to play, but the dub goes to